Is there a new way to prep chicken legs in town? Butterfly and chicken drumsticks is all the rage in the internet streets. Today we're going to find out if it's just a fad or if it's a legit contender. And we're going to answer the most important question. How do we use sous vide to make it better? Let's go. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad you're back. If this is your first time here, this channel is dedicated to bringing you high quality sous vide cooking that you can do in your own home. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, go hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Alright, I've seen it way too many times now to not try it myself. The internet is buzzing over Butterfly and drumsticks, all thanks to Brad Pros over at Chili's and Smoke. At first glance, I kind of shrugged it off as a one-off prep, kind of like the chicken lollipops, where it's a lot more work for marginal better results. But then I got to thinking, maybe Brad's onto something here. If you think about it, it really does start making sense, especially when you think about all the other things you butterfly and why you do it. There are a lot of pros to this. First, the increased surface area where you can get more crispy bits and have a better ratio of crispy to juicy chicken. And also, in the traditional method, the cook time is almost cut in half, it seems. So today we're gonna give it a shot, and of course we gotta work in some sous vide for that perfect chicken. And to spice things up a bit, we're gonna make a hot honey barbecue glaze that's gonna be perfect with this. And we're gonna smash some potatoes for a side. So let's find out if this is just another fad or we're sticking with Brad. Geez, that was cheesy. Sorry about that, let's cook. We'll start out by making our hot honey. For this, you're gonna need a mason jar or something similar. You'll need at least a cup of honey, any variety will do, and some red pepper flakes for that heat. We'll start by adding 2 teaspoons of chili flakes to our mason jar, and then we'll add a cup of honey. We'll stir that to combine, and we'll screw our jar on fingertip tight. We'll take that over to our preheated water bath and drop her in. Next, we'll move on to our drums. We'll make the cut on the side that has the least chicken. I'll make that first cut down till I can feel the bone. And then I'll just keep working my knife around the bone to separate the chicken. Just don't go all the way through. After I get it most of the way there, I use my hands to get the last bit of cartilage separated up top. You want to get it to sit in flat, and that's about what you're looking for. After I have them all prepped, I'll season them with salt on the exposed side. We'll flip them over, and season that skin side generously with salt as well. I couldn't decide how I wanted to bag these, so I decided to vacuum seal half, and the other half I just used the water displacement method. Both worked, and there was no difference in appearance on either. Alright, let's grade that prep. To be honest, it was pretty easy. Not as easy as, say, leaving your drums whole and doing nothing to them, but definitely a lot easier than doing chicken lollipops. I loathe that prep. Overall, it maybe took me 5-10 minutes to do all those 10 drumsticks. Not bad at all. Now let's make our side. In keeping with our flattened and crispy theme, we're going to do some smashed potatoes. These are one of my favorite ways to do these little potatoes. You end up with this amazing crispy outside and this soft, fluffy potato inside. It starts with about 1.5 pounds of these small, waxy potatoes. We'll transfer these to a pot with salted water. We'll bring the water to a boil, boil them for around 10 to 15 minutes. If you have smaller potatoes, start checking around the 10-minute mark. Larger potatoes may take a bit longer. You just want them fork tender, not falling apart. Once they're there, drain them and transfer them to an oiled baking sheet. We're going to use the bottom of a glass to smash them. You don't need to apply a whole lot of force. Just a gentle downward force to bring the potatoes down. You don't want to mash them. We'll salt them up. Add some fresh cracked black pepper. After the first 15 minutes in the oven, we'll flip our potatoes. The bottom should be starting to crisp. We'll then season this side. It's gonna go back into the oven at the same temperature for around 10 minutes. This is them after another 10, almost there. The last finishing touch is to add a bit of grated Parmesan cheese. You can serve as is or pop it back into the oven for another couple minutes to let the cheese melt. Hit them with a little parsley. When your hot honey is done, you can make your barbecue sauce. It's really simple. We're gonna add a half a cup of hot honey, and then we'll add a half a cup of your favorite chicken barbecue sauce. Mix them together. Alright, the sauce is made and the chicken is out of the water bath. Let's talk about finishing. What makes this method so appealing is finishing it over fire. So today we're firing up the grill. One thing to note here is you'll see me use a full chimney of charcoal. You don't need that much, especially if you're finishing quickly. I had other things to cook today, so I used a full chimney. This will not need much time at all. Since we've already cooked the chicken using sous vide, all we're doing here is getting that crispy bits and glazing on that barbecue sauce. All right, let's go. Enough talking, let's go finish this chicken. I'm getting real hungry. We'll start by heating up our grill. I'm working on the Weber kettle today, and I've got a slow and sear basket so I can concentrate that heat. While that grill comes up to temp, we'll season our chicken. Today, we're working with my favorite chicken rub, some Meat Church Holy Voodoo. We'll season the chicken liberally on both sides. When ready, we'll throw a couple pieces over the heat, flesh side down. The grill is ripping hot. I'm not going to overcrowd the area. After about 45 seconds to a minute, we'll give it a flip, and we'll give it the same amount of time on the other side. With this high of a heat, don't fall asleep or you'll get them real crispy for sure. After that quick sear, I'll start glazing both sides of them with that honey barbecue sauce. These are going to go back over the fire, and we're going to give them another 45 seconds to a minute. Flip, and we'll do the same for the other side. Look at those crispy bits. And when you're ready to serve, we'll brush on some more sauce. And hit them with some parsley for color. Alright everybody, let's see how we did. I'm not gonna lie, if we're going by looks, these things are amazing. Let's take a look. Whoo! Look at that, the crispy char, the honey barbecue sauce. Let's give it a try. Wow, that is so good. The first thing, the crispy edges. You're not gonna get that with, leaving the drumsticks like they are. So that's one real good plus for this method. I mean, that's just delicious. Everything about it is improved by butterflying it. You got that char. There's more of a better ratio from char to moist chicken. The chicken's perfect, as it came out of the sous vide, but that char to juiciness ratio is just great. It's just something you lack when you kind of leave them as a full drum. And that honey barbecue sauce, that hot honey didn't really come through a lot. I'm getting a little heat. I think I like the habanero hot honey a little bit more. So if you want, go check out that habanero hot honey. That's the ticket. This was okay. It was more of a mellow heat, but I really kind of want that punch from the habaneros. Let's get into these potatoes here. Look at that crisp. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, those are perfect too. The crisp ratio to nice fluffy potato, it's just great. Not much to say about that. That's a crispy potato that you're gonna love. So my verdict here, would I do this again? Absolutely. I see no downfall with this method, and actually I think they do look a little bit better. I know it's been mentioned in the past that they don't look great. I mean, I think they look great. Nice flat canvas to shoot on. I mean, what's not to love? But hey, if you got something out of that video, go give it a like down below. Hit that subscribe button and go watch some of the other videos we got on the channel for you. I'll catch you on the next one.